Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and stay for a while. I upload 3 times a week. Get ready with me, so shop my stash, try on any makeup. If it's beauty or makeup related, I will be posting it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell from the title of the video, today it is all about Dominique Cosmetics. They recently launched cream bronzers. I finally placed an order at Beautylish and ordered one of the bronzers. And I decided just to go ahead and include all of the Dominique Cosmetics items that I do own. So, not a full face because I don't have everything and I don't think they have quite a full face yet. Yeah, Dominique Cosmetics is the star of the show today. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this video. All right, my lovelies, hair is pulled back. Yesterday was hair wash day. You already know if you've been here for a minute. My hair gets on my nerves the day after hair wash day. It just doesn't do what I want it to do. So Dominique Cosmetics is owned by Christian Dominique. I don't know if there are other partners involved in the company, but she is the CEO and founder of Dominique Cosmetics. She's been here on YouTube, I want to say for 10 plus years. Gosh, I watch her videos from time to time, but I don't think she uploads as frequently as she used to. She's super, I mean, she seems super sweet. I do enjoy her content. Her style is a little bit more glam than mine is, but I do enjoy the products that I own from Dominique Cosmetics. I don't have the primer that she has in her line, but I have heard nothing but great things about the primer. Did I get a sample once? I don't remember. She does not have an actual foundation, so I did go in to the Dior foundation stick in 2.5N, but she does have a concealer in her line. And when this launched, I tried it along with the powder that I launched with, and I fell in love with it. It's a really good concealer. This is the, oh my gosh, I cannot read this because it's so small, but it's infused with coffee. That's what I do remember. Whipped Coffee is the shade that I have. This is not a brightening shade. It's more of a, like my skin tone kind of shade. It does have a little metal applicator, and that's what it looks like. I have heard mixed reviews on this. I believe Morgan Turner recently tried it and she did not fall in love with this the way that I did, but her skin type, now that she's back in Maryland, is dry. So I don't know if that could be why. Ooh, a little too much here. The metal applicator is really nice, especially if you have puffy eyes. I just remember really enjoying this concealer. It's really nice, sinks right into the skin, and if I don't over apply, it works perfectly. Cannot remember if this is a Chikuhodo or a Koyudo brush, but it's like a big eye brush that I use for concealer. And this tone that I purchased for this concealer actually works beautifully. I have used it as foundation, like concealer for foundation, and also really loved it. Okay, here is what everything is looking like. I think I applied just a tiny bit too much of the concealer, but I just went over with my foundation brush. So I usually spray with a tiny bit of setting spray, and then it just kind of helps everything sink in and sheer it out just a tiny bit. All right, so now for the cream bronzer. This is the Silktone cream bronzer. Comes in 6 different shades. I feel like the tones are pretty well distributed, and she gave us 6 shades, which I feel is pretty good. Okay, so it retails for $26. I purchased mine through the Beautylish website because I did order other items with this. On the Dominique Cosmetics website, I had to order other items in order to get free shipping. So that's why I waited. I picked up the shade Medium Tan, and the only reason why, because I think Medium Tan is the 3rd lightest shade, was because I feel like Golden Tan, the 2nd lightest shade, was just a tiny bit too golden, like almost leaning yellowish. So if you have an olive skin tone, that might be a tiny better for you. Okay, so let me give you a description here. The bronzer is formulated to provide seamlessly blendable and buildable coverage with a long-lasting natural finish, along with its skin-nourishing infused ingredients such as squalene. The Dominique Cream Bronzer will visibly hydrate and protect your skin from environmental factors. From this multifunctional formulation to its 6 versatile shade range, the Dominique Cream Bronzer will be your go-to sun-kissed tan year-round. Okay, so I do enjoy the aesthetics of Dominique. She recently changed it to this very pretty, almost light mauve pink. Does it have a shelf life on here? It was made in Korea. I don't see a shelf life. And I also love because she always has little notes. It says radiate your warmth. Okay, so this packaging is very similar to their cream packaging. The only thing I do not like about this packaging is that it's magnetic, and this will more than likely dry down if you don't use it like on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so here is mine came, so this little spot right here was stuck to the corner of the mirror and the whole pan came off, so I had to like take it off and then press it down, so that's why it has fingerprints. But I'm gonna swatch it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, feels really, really creamy. Oh, I think that's gonna be a beautiful bronzer shade. Okay, and I do love that she has little notes. There's one here and then there was one in the box. Right, so I think I'm going to use this Nikki and BKN 1.5. And when I swatched it on the back of my hand, it did feel like it dried down, so it doesn't stay sticky. So I'll start with this side. Oh, that's a beautiful tone. Okay, pretty. Okay, so this is what the side with cream bronzer looks like. Pretty, really, really pretty. Let me do the other side. Ooh. Okay, that bronzer worked beautifully. And yeah, this feels like a powder now, which is really, really nice. Now we're gonna jump in to the cream blush. This is just the creme blush. I have the shade Soft Pink. Packaging, really enjoy. Like I mentioned, this like light mauve pink tone is the new, I guess, color of the brand. Same packaging as the bronzer, the magnet, and I haven't used this in a minute, so I have to really dig in to pick a product. See? So that's the only thing I do not enjoy about that packaging. Okay, this is the BK 109, and I only own one blush shade in this formula, and it's really pretty. It doesn't stay sticky, which is nice. And this is a very, very beautiful tone. Do you see that? Just the packaging. If you don't, like if this is not your everyday blush, it's gonna dry out a tiny bit at the top. But once you get under that top layer that's dried down, you see the product's very beautiful. Okay, and now for one of my favorite launches from the brand, and that is their setting powder, their loose setting powder. There is 3 different tones available. I have translucent, and I think she has a medium and then a pink. I think it's 3, but this powder is so good. It leaves me looking soft and blurring and keeps my oils in check all day. So there's a ton on the cap. And that's where this is my Inoki from Sonia G. I did already set my under eyes with the One Size powder in Ultra Pink, I think, the pink one. Yeah, this powder, I mean, it's like halfway done. I don't even think it's been 2 years since it's been launched, or maybe it has. but it is so good, and I mean so good. Makes my face look blurring, keeps my oils intact all day. Honestly, this powder impressed me so much when I first tried it, and I couldn't stop using it. That's how much I loved it, and I still do. Apologies, it's been a couple of minutes because I had to find the palette I was hoping to use today for bronzer. She has come out with quite a bit of palettes. There was like 1 or 2 mini ones that I got in my Ipsy bag many years ago when I had an Ipsy subscription, but I got rid of those. The only palettes I have left are these 3. So the Coral Blossom, and these pans are meant for your eyes and your face. So if you want to use any of these tones as bronzer, highlighter, blush, you can. I do enjoy this one. I do have a dedicated review for that one. The Moment palette. This is when the new packaging started, like the hard acrylic plastic. This one's a little bit more, you know, blue and green. I do enjoy this. I also have a review up of this one and the Essential palette, which I think is probably my favorite. You'll probably see why. Again, the acrylic packaging. It's a very super simple palette. So I think I'm gonna mix this with another tone for my powder bronzer. She does not have actual powder bronzers in her line, but she does have an Essential palette. I forget the name of it, but it's a huge palette that you can use for your face and your eyes. It basically has neutral tones in there, so you can use it for bronzer, under eye powder, powder for your whole face. Basically use one palette for everything, but I don't own that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna pick up, well, this might be too big, just kidding. Okay, I'll use this TF2 from Sonia G. I think I'm gonna jump into True Self in here, which is the lightest brown, and a tiny bit of, yeah, these are 2 red tones. This one, Essential. So I'm just gonna dip my brush into those 2, because I think the lightest one is a little too light. On the orangey side, but it's fine. I did put eye primer on. I went in to the MAC paint pot. She does have one. I just haven't tried it. I'm gonna jump into the Essential palette and use True Self. Let's do some eye makeup. It's gonna go on the crease. I'm gonna jump into the Coral Blossom and jump into the darkest. Oh, I could have used Hazel as my bronzer. This is the E25 from Sigma. It's gonna go in the outer corner. I do want this eye look to be a tiny bit warm. Just a tiny bit of the black one from the Essential palette. Fearless. This is the B2 from Blend Bunny. Okay, I'm gonna jump in to Confident from the Essential palette. Next glitter glue is on. This is just like a metallic sheeny shade. Okay, I'm gonna jump in a tiny bit to this one here, which is Pretty Kind, but I'm gonna put this pretty shifty purple Radiant from the Cherry Blossom, Coral Blossom. So let me start with the metallic pink. Okay, and now the pretty purple. Okay, now I'm gonna jump in to Embrace. This one's a little bit more like white. The other ones are more cream. I want to use this in my inner corner. This is a Moda 655. It's a precision lip brush, but I like using brushes like these for my inner corner. And I'm gonna bring it also down in the inner lower lash line. All right, so this is what I'll leave the eyes at. I do own the Dominique Cosmetics brow frame brow pencil. This is the shade Neutral Brown. So that new brow pencil that Glossier came out with, basically same concept. On the bottom it has the little spoolie and the little sharpener right in here. I do enjoy this. Formula is really nice. It does suck that you have to keep sharpening it or else it's a little bit hard to shape your eyebrows, but they give you everything you need to do so. And she did extend the shade range, which I need to go and look at, because even though this is supposed to be neutral brown, I feel like it's a little warm and it doesn't blend as well with my eyebrows as I wish it did. So I need to go check out, maybe a cool tone brown would be better. But I do enjoy this. It's not my absolute favorite eyebrow pencil, just because I have to keep sharpening it, you know? But it is nice. And Dominique did it first, and now Glossier is trying to follow suit, because this is exactly the pencil that they came out with. Except I think their sharpener is more of like a sandpaper material. Not exactly sandpaper, but like that kind of concept. And I did also try the brow gel that she launched with this brow pencil, but it didn't work for me. It was like the brow gel that Anastasia has, the brow freeze, but in a liquidy consistency. Well, not even liquidy, like a more emollient gel. It was just not, yeah, it did not work. It did not keep my eyebrows up. It just didn't work for my eyebrows. Okay, now we're gonna jump into some blush. And I think I'm gonna mix this one, Blooming Beauty from the Coral Blossom, with a tiny bit of Me Amo from the Essential palette. So maybe let's do Me Amo first. This is the TF3 from Sonia G. Let's, picked up too much. Whoa. Okay, I fixed it. Okay, now to the coral one. Tap the excess. Now I'm going to jump into the Coral Blossom, because the shimmers in this palette are a little bit more face appropriate. So I'm going to jump in, I think it was this one that works. Yeah, Mariposa, as a highlighter for me personally. This is a mini cheek from Sonia G. Yeah, when she came out with Coral Blossom, the formulas for the shimmers, since they're meant for your eyes and your face, she didn't make them super blinding. More like your traditional type of sheeny shimmers from 2016. Nothing shifty, no sparkles, just a slight glow, you know? All right, we are almost done. I need to get downstairs. She does have a couple of lip products, but I only own 3. A lip liner. Most of the shades are sold out. I think only the darkest tone is still available. So I don't know if that means she's giving us new lip liners soon. Lipsticks, I do own 1, but we're not going to use that today. And one of her most recent launches is this Pillow Soft Hydrating Lip and Cheek Stain. So technically you can use this on your cheeks as well, but since I had the cream blush, I decided not to. This is the lip liner, Creamy Fill and Define lip liner in the shade Nudie. This is the perfect nude tone for my skin tone, and I do really enjoy this lip liner. I am close to being out, so I'm hoping by the time it's out, she gives us a restock or the new lip liners, which is my guess. That's just me guessing. Okay, and then the stain. So if you've been here for a minute, you already know that I'm a huge stain, like lip stain fan. Pink Dreams is the tone I picked up. She did add 2 more shades to this, and I want, but I'm resisting. So this one reminds me of the Rare Beauty, she calls it a hydrating lip oil, but to me they feel like a lip stain. Well, this formulation is very similar to that. So if you like the Rare Beauty one, you'll enjoy this one. Okay, let me go ahead and fix my hair, and I'll be right back and we can end this video. All right, my lovelies, here is a full completed makeup. I think everything looks so pretty. This eye look is really, really pretty. It's more subtle, more sophisticated, classic kind of eye look. Everything looks great. Everything looks great. It was fun using all of my Dominique Cosmetics makeup products, and it was also really fun using these 2 palettes to finish off the makeup, since she doesn't have individual powder blushes, individual powder bronzers. I think she has cream highlighters, but I don't own that. Yeah, it was just nice that I was able to finish the powder portion of my makeup with these palettes. Now, because she does make these multifunctional, do not expect Bella Beauty Bar, Blend Bunny Cosmetics, Adept, those kind of shimmers in these palettes. Since they are multifunctional, they're just a little bit more subtle, and that's either for you or it isn't though. So keep that in mind if you've been thinking about picking up a palette from Dominique Cosmetics. But other than that, absolutely beautiful. You saw the mattes blended like a dream. Really, really nice. I feel like my makeup looks absolutely beautiful right now. So that within itself tells you like, it's a good brand. Overall, I feel like it's pretty well rounded, at least for my personal taste. So keep that in mind. Let's talk about this new product, the cream bronzer. I think it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I enjoyed this formula. I enjoyed the tone. I'm glad I went with this one instead of the second to lightest tone. It was perfect. It worked beautifully. It doesn't stay tacky, blended out super easy. Reminds me a tiny bit of the Rare Beauty formula. So yeah, in case you were wondering, I give it a thumbs up. First impressions, that is. I will keep using it and let you know in a future video whether I feature it or mention it, if I'm still enjoying it as much as I did today. All right, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was really, really fun using, I'm pretty sure, all of my Dominique Cosmetics makeup products. So fun. I feel like it's a beautiful brand and it needs to be talked about a tiny bit more. If you have tried anything from the brand, let me know down below what your thoughts are on the products that you tried, or if you are a huge fan, let me know what your favorite product is, or if you haven't liked it. Whatever the case may be, go ahead and comment down below. I love chatting with you all in the comment section. All right, that's going to be it. I need to get downstairs because the Twinkies have been silent for a little bit and I'm a little worried. Okay, with that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video.